Okay, let's look at a few more examples of run-on sentences and play around with them and see what we can do to make them better. Starting with number 4 here. Anne walked to the pond, her brother followed her. So first try to mark out the 2 distinct sentences in your mind, and then think about how you might rewrite this run-on to make it better. Okay, so I'm going to assume you've taken a moment to look at this, and so the 2 sentences are going to be right here. We have our complete subject in the first group of words here, and the predicate, usually beginning with the verb, walked to the pond, completes that whole thought there. The next part, her brother, as the complete subject, would be the subject in the new sentence. Followed, the verb followed, introduces the predicate, or the rest of the sentence. So we could do that, or we could also, of course, join them together as one sentence using a conjunction, like, for instance, the conjunction and. This is pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Anne walked to the pond, Anne walked to the pond, and her brother followed her. Or maybe I could use the conjunction but. And I want you to notice there's no reason why that wouldn't work here in this context, but notice it's interesting, at least to me, how much a single tiny word like but or and, a single conjunction can change the tone of the whole sentence. Notice how the tone is different here, because in this sentence, Anne walked to the pond, but her brother followed her, sort of seems to imply that maybe she was trying to get away from him, or that she didn't expect that she was being followed, and yet she was. So there's a lot of context that can be sort of built into the sentence that changes just with the change of a single word. If we write and, then it doesn't seem so mysterious or even suspicious, perhaps, that her brother followed her. It seems like something that you would expect. Maybe they planned it and maybe they're going together. But if we change it to but, the tone of the sentence is quite different indeed. Let's go on to number 5. Microscopic life cannot be seen with the human eye. It can be studied with a microscope. So go ahead and practice a few ways to rewrite this yourself. Okay, going through this together, you can see that one way to rewrite this would be to put a period here and capitalize there. Microscopic life cannot be seen with the human eye. It can be studied with a microscope. We might even add the word it can be, however, if we just wanted to get a little more creative with the style there. But it could work just like this. The conjunction but works very well here as well. Number 6. Tiny living things are called microorganisms, bacteria, for example. Oh, right, this is just a terribly written sentence, isn't it? You can tell. How could we improve this? Well, let's see. Tiny living things are called microorganisms. Well, that feels like a complete thought if we just sort of read it to ourselves. A bacteria, for example. Now, this is problematic because now I have a fragment here. This is not a complete sentence. Bacteria, for example, I could finish that off and make it into a complete thought. If I can get rid of this little dot here, there we go, get rid of the period and add. Bacteria, for example, are microorganisms. And now I have my complete predicate right here, and that just sounds a lot better. Of course, I would want to capitalize B in bacteria. Tiny living things are called microorganisms. Bacteria, for example, would need a comma there as well. Bacteria, for example, are microorganisms. This part of the sentence is what we might call a parenthetical. We could take it out and it wouldn't really change the meaning of the sentence. Bacteria are microorganisms, right? The meaning of the statement stays the same. However, if we decide we do want to include that parenthetical, we need to put it between commas, like we've done here. There's a natural sort of pause there. Bacteria, pause, for example, pause, are microorganisms. Okay, number 7. Microorganisms were the first living things on Earth. They are ancient. So by now you can probably see where we would want to put the punctuation, right? We would want to put it right here after Earth. And then we can capitalize. They are ancient. I don't think a conjunction would work very well here, so I would just break that up into 2 sentences. Later on, when we perhaps talk a little bit more about punctuation, we can introduce another way of revising a run-on sentence like this, and that is with a punctuation mark known as the semicolon. The semicolon acts in a lot of ways like a period, but it's different in some ways. Perhaps we'll cover that in a different video. For now, I hope you found this helpful. Be sure to do some more exercises by yourself or with a partner or with your instructor.